What's up, guys? It's Metaphos here, and I just played in a monthly Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament in Chicagoland area, TGS Tinley Park. There's 40 some odd people here today. It was one of our smaller ones, but still super lively. I went 6-0 in Swiss with my Chaos Fairy deck. It's similar to the pudding list, and I did end up losing in top cut, lost to an Amaryllis player, just couldn't out his skill drain, and that's what eliminated my tournament run. But I also, something to note, went 0-7 in die rolls, so the deck is really solid at going second, I feel like. But I'll just get into the list now.
Nice.
One card trooper. I know some lists don't play this. It's one of the only proactive ones, and it replaces itself. And since you have so many ways to like stop yourself from dying in battle, I just think it's too imperative to play. And for the Light Sworns, just 3 Raikou and 3 Lilas. I don't play anymore. I just want to play the high quality Light Sworns. All the other ones just feel kind of like they don't do a whole lot, and I don't want to use my normal summon on them. So if I did play another, the 7th would be Lumina. And then 3 Alchemist. It basically like searches the deck, because when you mill so many cards and you have so many ways of banishing those cards, it just basically tutors everything in your deck. So that's why you have to maximize them. And then for the Battle Floaters, 3 Nova Summoner. I know I need a 3rd secret. And 1 Shining Angel. It's just better because so I've had builds where I've tried other light monsters like the Lumina, like Cybernova, stuff like that. And in those builds, I normally go 2-2. But in this build, since it's just all ferried out, this is just worse than Nova strictly. So then we play the Fairy Hand Traps, the 3 Herald, 2 Honest. Not much to say there. And then for all the extenders, you play 3 Soul Impurity. Card's just crazy. It's a beater and manipulates your grave and banish lights in general. 3 Christia and 2 Enrise. You load the grave so fast, and you basically want to draw like some amount of extenders. Oh, I guess also with Chaos Sword. You want to draw some amount of extenders in every hand, like ideally 1 to 2, and especially if you see Christia, because they just kind of what make it so you can guarantee you're dropping this. Because the deck will naturally just get a bunch of fairies to grave, whether it's milling or battle floaters or even like Herald. So I like the 2. I never like, even when I drew both, it wasn't bad, because I would like have a Herald, or I could just wait. Like I just wasn't in danger, because I had like some of the cards you'll see here in a little bit. But yeah, I like this a lot. 2 Caius. These are the Dark Fiends you have to play, and it's just good because you also play the Dark Hand Traps. So the 2 Fader combos with this, and sometimes these do, and the Battle Floaters can if you need them to. 1 Trag, 1 Gores. Yeah, the fact that this banishes itself when it leaves the field is so good, because you can stop a big push, and like, even if you're still in danger and need to like buy another turn or 2, you like normal Alchemist, punch into their monsters, add this back, and you just keep waiting. Yeah, just don't run into the Kokimaru Drago, but yeah, super solid. And then that's all the monsters. It ends up being 34 monsters. Really 35, because you play the 1 charge, another Miller. This and Trooper are the only cards that are milling you turn 1, so like the God Hands are really rare. And I guess these, if you draw them with your Light Sworns. But the God Hands where you like Christia turn 1 aren't like very real, it's very rare. But the deck just like turn 2, turn 3 Christias so consistently, and that's why I opt to play it over like Christia Sworn. And then the 1 heavy and 1 treacherous. This deck only removal for monsters are Raikou and then the Chaos monsters and Caius, which the other ones require a lot of setup. So this being your only trap just makes a lot of sense, but you'll see on the side it does come out in a good bit of matchups. I'll go to the side deck next. 2 Crow. It's really, I mean, for dragons obviously comes in, but then anything where you think you're going to get DDV'd, it often comes in, because this deck's super susceptible to DDV. Almost only reason you play this card as well. This did negate a DDV once today, but fortunately I think I only played against like 4 decks that would DDV, so really stellar there. 2 Cyber Dragon. It kind of comes in a lot of matchups, and it's honestly how you access like some of your best synchros in this deck, like Ancient Wyvern and like Black Rose and whatnot. So yeah, it's useful for that. I played against a Machina player, it was pretty solid, good against like heroes and whatnot. So 2 of these. I would play 1, but because you mill, it's too slow. If you mill it, have to like banish it or something and then add it back, or like drop Christia and add it back. So you do play the 2 because you play the battle floaters, so you're really playing way more copies. And then it's less likely that you like early mill one of these.
Did they come in a lot today?
Oh yeah, these. I mean, against all the dark decks. I even side one in when I play against Vayu, to be honest. So
That was my next question.
and then for traps, to Decree, a lot of players will side out their spell and trap hate because you only play the 1 treacherous. And I feel like a few times I would like side these in and they would just sit forever. And other times I also side these cards in with them. So this is specifically for like combo decks and mostly Emma. I kind of wish I played a second. It actually did come up and did pretty good in that matchup. But these come in a lot. Like these 4 come in versus Black Wings, for example. But yeah, if anything, I actually want to play more traps. But I think I might have just gotten lucky with people not respecting like Decree and other traps because you play this. Yeah. And then for the last spells, one of these comes in versus Whirlwind deck and Floodgates, like skill drain and stuff. Like I side this in versus Emma, even though it's like not great if they establish Titanial. Like you have a lot of ways to trade with it, and then it also just plays a lot of prevention. You need it for skill drain, you need it for Miracle for just hitting a back row, because most of them are either like Bottomless, Torrential, Mirror Force, or discard traps, so all those cards are good to hit preemptively. So. And then Mind Control, because you are playing a Raikou deck, and you do play tuners, so yeah, it just makes sense. If I could change anything, I'd probably add in a Brain Con somewhere in the side, but then we'll just go through the extra really quick, nothing special. 1 Chimera, side Cybers. Most of these I didn't make Armory, but it comes up. Didn't make this. Made this once. Made this twice. Didn't make this. Made this once. It was actually really stellar. This. Also, this Ancient Fairy, or not the Ancient Fairy. This, or no, yeah, the Ancient Fairy. That's what it is. Ancient Fairy is supposed to be the Air Knight Parshat Synchro Monster, the level 8, but I don't own one, so I just threw in a different card. Probably not ideal. One of these comes up because when you're going this deck's like very aggro, so there's a lot of times against decks where you do the Cyber Dragon plus like normal. I've done this online a few times where you go Cyber, normal Herald, synchro into this, and then you banish 2 to summon Soul Impurity, and then you like punch directly. So like weird stuff like that can come up. And then you play 8s. These are the most common to make because Purity and Herald. So this, Colossal, Red Dragon, Stardust, and Archfiend. And then you do play this. You play Caius and Sork, which can, tuner plus that makes it. So never made this, made Stardust once, made Colossal once. And then I put in Mistworm. Never came up. I guess I really can't see a scenario it does come up unless I'm already like floating, and like it would be like with a trooper or something, because you're never gonna have like a Raikou, Cyber Dragon, and Herald on board, right? Like that won't happen. So yeah, this could probably get cut. But yeah, only other card like absolute need in this deck is the Power Shaft. It does come up because it's a Fairy level 8. That was the deck. Had a lot of fun. I'm kind of cursing these monthlies. I always top 8 or top 4, but didn't play my Hero Frog deck I normally play. I hope you guys like the profile, and shout out to all of Chicagoland. I love my guys, Chili's chat, and won't be going to another event till Niagara. This is my sponsor, TGS.
Marcus. Shout out Marcus. Let's go, dude.
My man. Shout out. Hold on, Frank. Come over here. Come over here. My man, this guy sponsors me. He has his own channel, Toxic Ophion, right?
I'm mostly on Twitch though.
Yes.
Twitch streams on Monday.
Make sure to follow this guy. I love this guy.
The best Final Countdown player ever.
He is the funniest player ever, just so you know. But that's it. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too.